This lesson is designed to talk about version history in Google Docs. Version history is also found in Google Slides and Google Sheets. It is not found, however, in Google Forms, so just be aware. So I had the template that I selected from the previous lesson. I've added some content here, and so I want to show you how to track the different times and space in which you've been working on this document. So let's go to the File menu and go to Version History. I've already done some of this for you, so you can see how I've put it together. So the very first thing I did was, before I started editing at all, is I just named the original template. Now I can do that from the File menu, and I'll show you that just in a minute. Under version history, there's name this version. So the reason I did this is that at some point in time, I might want to start all over again. Maybe I get it so messed up that I just want to start fresh. And what I can do is restore that version. Now, it doesn't erase anything else that I've done. All of those other versions are still saved there, but I'm back at the original. All right. Now I want to go back and show you another time when I put a mark on this document. So I have a draft one. So I did some things here that I added, and then I may want to send it out to have other people in the department add. Or I just may want feedback from other people on what I have done. So I labeled it draft one, so that based on the rights I give them, if I give them edit rights, they can go in and just change anything that they want. Or if I give them just commenter rights, then they can just add comments to it. So, but I want to know the point that the document was in before I sent it out to get feedback. So that's one suggestion. These are just suggestions. You can do your own. So I don't want to restore this item, so I just use the back arrow, and that takes me back to my document that I have now. So, oh, that's the, remember I restored that original one, so I don't want that one. So this is the one that I had. I'm going to restore this one. That was the one I had before. Now, this is the one after getting feedback from other people. Pretend that these people have added their news to this. And I'm going to go to version history and name this version. Okay, so again, it's not quite done, but I'm pretending this is what I'm going to be doing. And so this would be my final newsletter. And then just to make it easy, I might date October 2021. And so that was just under File menu, Version History, name the current version. So let's go ahead and see version history again. Okay, so that's what I'm looking for, that you've taken a template, you've edited it to make it fit your audience, your situation, whether it's students, whether it's parents, whether it's, whomever, and that you've renamed the versions at least 2 times or more. Now there's an option up here that says only show name versions, which is really helpful to just see the ones in which you bookmarked. They're kind of like bookmarked at different times when you're working on the document. Prior to version history, I would have been making copies of this so that my original didn't get deleted. But now I don't really have to worry about that because I can always go back and find a different version. The other powerful thing about using this naming feature is you can see here, these are the times I worked on the document. Well, if I don't name this as my draft and I want to get back to it, I have to open all of these other documents. I have to try and guess at what time was it at the point that I would like to get back to that version of that document. So by naming it, I can jump right to it. So it just really cuts down on the amount of time that you're searching through to find a certain instance of the document. You may never need to use these things, but adding them and showing your students how to do it, especially um, doing something like, sending for peer review, something like that would be really helpful for your students so that they can find the point at which it was and then the point after it gets back from peer review. So those are some suggestions for using version history and for encouraging your students to know and understand version history. And as I showed you in a screenshot previously, for people that are logged into their Google account, you'll be able to see exactly who did what on a document. So again, that's pretty powerful in version history if you need to track that somebody's accidentally deleting content, not realizing what they're doing, or accidentally on purpose deleting content. As we know, can happen at some point in time. You can do some backtracking to find out what's going on there. So once you've got all this done, submit this document. Make sure I have editor rights, because I will not be able to see your version history if I don't have editor rights. And then I won't be able to finalize the grade on this lesson. So take care and have fun exploring version history.